clean sheets in the last 5 matches. Blue Jays play Connecticut on Friday, leave here on Thursday. Johnny, if you begin with an opening statement, please.
Yeah, super excited to get on the road and actually be able to partake on the bench. So really looking forward to our trip to UConn. They have a beautiful stadium, beautiful pitch. I think it resembles Morrison Stadium. So really excited about getting out to play against a very good UConn side.
How'd you watch the game? Let's get that out of the way first.
I was on an iPad in the DePaul marketing department.
Open the floor to questions.
I mean, what were the match nerves, anxiety like not being on the sideline and not being able to kind of have some imprint on what's happening on the field?
Yeah, I definitely never want to do that again. It was pretty nerve-wracking. I might have developed an ulcer or two in the 90 minutes. Yeah, it wasn't fun.
How do you think everybody responded from just, Cav, Nico, Gab, and everybody kind of that had to respond without you and not having your presence there in terms of just how they played and how they handled it?
Yeah, I thought they did a great job. It's a very difficult place to play at.
Yeah.
And at times I didn't think that the match was the prettiest, but it was effective, and we were able to get the 3 points, which is most important. But very proud of the guys for being able to respond. Not to say that it's a huge deal that I wasn't there, but I'm glad that they were able to get on without me.
When, going through a September like you did, obviously by the time you hook it up with UConn, it's going to be behind you now, but an undefeated September punctuated with 6 points in conference play, 6 actual points that you can put into a standings. How big was this month for you, just in terms of just saying, hey guys, we
Huge.
got something here?
Huge. And like I stated last week, for us to be able to turn this thing around like this after starting off, in a tough start with our trips to Florida and Michigan, I couldn't be more proud of the resiliency that the guys have showed throughout the month of September.
What do you feel like has worked in this month of September for you guys to kind of get on this streak of, as well as the clean sheets too?
Yeah, I think defensively, we've done a very good job with our collective spirit to compete on both sides of the ball. I think that's helped us tremendously, and it's given us a lot of confidence at the back. And on the same note, it gives our attackers more confidence to go forward, knowing that as a unit, we've done a good job defending. So we're trying to put out fires before they start while we are in our opponent's defensive third.
You talked about that collective spirit with us a few times throughout, especially this month. When you convey that to the guys, how do you land that message to them? When you talk about playing with a collective spirit, especially defensively, what does that have to look like?
It's a non-negotiable. We call it the first ingredient, right? It's a non-negotiable, and it's something that we're barking throughout the entire training session, whether we're playing 4v4, 5 versus 5 plus 2, 7 versus 7, 11 versus 11. We are going to make sure that we're addressing the fact that we need the first ingredient before we can even get started.
When you're watching UConn and you film on them, I guess what sticks out to you about the challenge that they present?
Yeah, they're off to a very good start. They're very, very talented. They're a strong side. They've done very well on the road this year. I know they just had a bit of a heartbreaker at home against Villanova, but they were, I thought, in that match in control for the duration of the match, for most of the duration of the match, and conceded a second goal in the final minute and a half to actually go down 2-1. But they were in control of that match. I thought, a match that they could have won. So very good going forward, very talented players on the ball, very good combination through the midfield. And so we know we have a tall order or a challenge for us at Storrs, Connecticut.
Do you have status updates on Aiden Kukuska and Aaron Deppy and why they've been out the last handful?
Yeah, so unfortunately, Aaron Deppy actually tore his ACL at Michigan, and he had surgery last week, so he'll be out for the rest of the season. Kukuska had a high ankle sprain against Denver, but he's on the mend. he's limited a little bit in training, but he's on his way back. So we're hoping to get him back shortly.
Any further questions for Coach Torres?
I guess, what tactically have you identified against UConn that you feel like is going to be important to both combat and take advantage of in this matchup here?
You know, I wouldn't necessarily say that we have a tactical game plan that I'd like to share. But I will say that our standards won't deviate. We want to be on the front foot. We want to be aggressive going forward. We want to send numbers forward. And we want to press. And so that's not going to change. Whether we're at Morrison, whether we're at Wishfield at DePaul, or whether we're at UConn. We want to be on the front foot defensively, and we want to be on the front foot offensively. And so we're definitely going out there to look for 3 points.
Thanks, Johnny.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, Coach.